check something out here. So greetings to you, the lovely audience who took the time to tune in to Dr. Love Prasad Uncensored today. So welcome. Indira, Ramcharan, Paul, Devika Ramrose, Sandeep, Sheridat Rabindranath, Rabindranath, Pamela Kadoa, Savitri Rose, Shalini Bourne, Nina Singh, watching from the Bahamas, and all the lovely people who would later make their presence known on this Dr. Love Prasad, Uncensored Guyana. And today, like yesterday, I need to get into what's breaking. What is breaking? And from now on to elections day, which is on Monday, everything is breaking. Absolutely everything is breaking. And unfortunately, whatever is breaking within Guyana, on the negative side of things, it's Jagdeo's fault. They're not even blaming President Ali anymore. And Ali is running for re-election, but he's not, they're not casting a blame on him. It's Jagdeo. If there is an accident, it's Jagdeo. If there is a murder-suicide, it's Jagdeo. If there is a dog fighting with another dog, it's Jagdeo. If two women are fighting over a man, it's Jagdeo. If somebody walked the streets and they lost their purse or their telephone, it's Jagdeo. If the man left his wife, it's Jagdeo. If the woman cheats on her husband, it's Jagdeo. Everything now leading up to the elections, it's Jagdeo. I can understand the burden that our dear vice president has on his shoulders, the enormous burden that he has to wake up every day begging the universe to say, please, universe, make sure that nothing bad happens in the Guyanese community today. Let the husbands love their wives. Let the wives be faithful to their men. Let there be no killing, no robbery. Let people just get along. Because you know, if something go amiss, if a dog attacks another dog, if the cat just sneaks in and eats the food, or if they see something or a child curses, you know, universe, they're going to blame me. And you know, I have nothing to do with this. They don't know that I'm praying and I'm asking you, the universe, to please let everything go well with Guyana. And most importantly, they are blaming Bara Jagdeo for Aubrey Norton's ugliness. Can you fucking imagine? Norton was born before Jagdeo. Jagdeo was not in this world yet when Norton was born ugly. But still they blame Jagdeo for that, who came after Norton was born. Now it's Jagdeo's fault that he's not good looking. But the pretty ones, they're not giving Jagdeo the blame for them being pretty. No, only the ugly things and the bad things. So now everything is Jagdeo. Every fucking thing is Jagdeo. Okay. If you're going to blame him for the bad, at least can you give him some credit for the good? Because on a scale from 1 to 5, the bad 0.1 and the good is 11111 9.11111 out of 5. Give Jagdeo the credit for the good. They wouldn't. Okay, fine. Give President Ali some of the credit for the good. Nope, they wouldn't do that. Then what are you giving Ali credit for? What are you giving Ali credit for? Because he hasn't done anything bad since 2020. Regardless of your accusations, President Ali has done everything right. You don't have to like it. He did everything by the book, not by his emotions. He responded to some of the attacks by his emotions. But when it comes to his actions as president, he did everything by the title of the law and the Constitution of Guyana. He is a president that works according to the Constitution of the country. Nothing Ali has done in the 5 years that was against the laws or the Constitution. Absolutely nothing. Give him credit for that. At least he is a law-abiding president. Isn't that what you want? If everybody in his cabinet were law-abiding as he is, don't you think we would have had a better Home Affairs minister? Yes. So, the bad performance of the Home Affairs Ministry, blame it on the Home Affairs Minister. Don't blame it on Jagdeo or President Ali. The cabinet will be reshuffled, and in his next term, he will put somebody else there as minister who saw the mistakes of the former minister, which would be Robinson Ben, and understood the cries and heard the cries of the people, and would have watched me and understand that I need the job, and I'm criticizing and I'm condemning and I'm cussing out the Home Affairs Minister, the man who Ali is going to put now in his next term. He is fully aware of what is at stake if he fuck up like Ben. He's fully aware of that. So you think he wants to go down the road of being a lazy, not working Home Affairs Minister? Of course not. But despite the failure of Robinson Ben as Home Affairs Minister, he was, I'll give you a 10, Ben. You like that? You like it, huh? 10, Ben. I'll give you a 10, Ben, because compared to $2 million Ramjatan, Kamraj Ramjatan, I'm still waiting for you to respond. Did you collect $2 million Guyana dollars from Azim Mohammed to quiet your mouth on the whole scandal of the trafficking, gold trafficking in Curacao? Did you? Have you? Did you? So let's assume that you did. 2 million hush money Ramjatan, who was Home Affairs Minister, Robinson Ben outperformed you. Imagine that. He outperformed you. He did better. Raj. And still, I think that he's a loser. So him being a loser is way better than what Kemraj Ramdatan tried to do as Home Affairs or Homeland Security. Whatever title he had, they had all these fancy titles. That's the thing with PNC. They love the titles. If you can't find one, just make one up. Invent a title and give it to somebody. Oh, Minister of Executive this and Minister of this, within this, within this. Yeah, that's the fucking PNC. That's how they laundered the government money. Through their many ministers, sub-ministers, associate ministers, acting ministers, apprentice ministers, minister in training, minister who's now studying. Yes. And they all got huge salaries and benefits. And accompanied that, they got women. The PNC camp. You see why they couldn't balance the budget? And they had to take all the little mittens that the PPP party government had given in Ramatar, even though his hands were tied. I'm in sympathy with Ramatar now. I'm very much in sympathy. Because when you see what they try to do, not what they try to do, what they did to President Ali, and he has a few seats majority in the parliament, and still they try to fuck with his regime. Imagine what Ramatar had to face with a minority parliament. Oh, it was hell. No wonder he had to retire. Exactly. I think it was Ramatar who begged Jagdeo to come back, say, hey, come, please help me. I can't deal with these Negroes. Please help me. But we are happy that Jagdeo returned. Had he not returned, what would have happened to that country? You see why I keep stressing and emphasizing on the importance of Bara Jagdeo. It is because the average Guyanese, the young Guyanese need to understand that if they have to trust politics, or if they have to look up to a legendary politician who is the whole history, modern day history of politics in Guyana, is Jagdeo. Bara Jagdeo is a walking, sitting encyclopedia on politics in Guyana. He's the fucking dictionary. He knows from A to beyond Z. Bara Jagdeo is the smartest politician in the Caribbean. Politician. The smartest. There is nobody in the Caribbean, in Latin America, in South America, no politician that is as smarter than Bara Jagdeo. Let me rightly give him his title, Dr. Jagdeo. He's a fucking genius. Yes, if Jagdeo should write books, he should be the one to design the curriculum on politics in Guyana. And every politician that wants to get involved in that field should study his work. Bara Jagdeo. And you know what is amazing about all of this? He's still a young man. He is still a young man, alive, healthy, and well, and goes on the campaign trail every day, the whole day. The energy in the man. And he does not repeat himself. There are so much lessons that you can gather when you listen to Jagdeo. And when you go do research, he's right. The man doesn't have a teleprompter. He speaks from knowledge. He speaks from years of data that he would have stored in his memory. That's the best. Listen to the guy. He is the best. I can't promote Irfan Ali without promoting Bara Jagdeo. Say what you want. There is no Ali without Jagdeo. There is no Irfan Ali without Bara Jagdeo. If I should expand it a bit more, there is no People's Progressive Party without Bara Jagdeo. This is why the world knows that. And every conspiracy theorist, every paid opposition operative, every external force, spy, political mercenary, all of them point their arrows at Jagdeo. He is the one they want to get rid of. You think they're threatened by President Ali? No, they're not. Because the world knows democracy is kept together by one man, Bara Jagdeo. And until somebody is raised up that can exemplify, that can mirror Jagdeo, Guyana will always be under threat without Jagdeo. So for now, I have to make that all of my public comments, that my presence, my rhetoric, all of it must feature the safety, the longevity, and I must advocate for the continued presence and input of Vice President Bara Jagdeo of Guyana. I've said before, he is the supreme leader. He should be officially the supreme leader. He should. Meaning he should always be there. Vice president position is meager. On paper, it's like an assistant. Jagdeo is beyond the title of vice president. The fucking title of vice president doesn't suit him. It doesn't suit him. Now, because of the fact that he's limited by law, not Guyanese law, that whole thing came from a Caricom standpoint. And he was president when he had signed it. 2-term limit. If it wasn't that, he'll still be president. Every time. Every time. He would still be president. So they think by pushing the government, forcing the government, and protesting, don't forget the amount of protest the PNC protested when that thing was in the table for to get into law. They didn't, it wasn't easy. Because they knew that the only way they would have a chance of a presidency in Guyana is if Jagdeo doesn't get back on the ticket. And what do you know? 2010, it was Ramatar. What do you know? 2015, Ramatar's re-election. What do you know? They lost. 2010, they lost. All they got is a presidency. That's still losing. But if Jagdeo had a chance to be re-elected in 2010, oh, they would win massively. 2015, massively. 2020, massively. Read between the lines of what I'm trying to say here. All these things that you are getting now that are firing towards Jagdeo, these are years of accumulated strategies, fabricated lies, invented corruptive whatever from the PNC. And all the opposition parties now, they have just borrowed the talking points from the PNC regarding so-called corruption with Jagdeo and the PPP. It's not an original thought. Nothing is original about that. They've used it all the time, every time the same talking point from the PNC. And now we have the adopted child of the PNC, Azim Mohammed, borrowing the same talking point from the PNC and is using it as if, well, when he says it, it sounds original. Because remember, he can't speak. So he is incapable of repeating word for word what the PNC usually say. So Azim is talking about, I don't believe any. No, nobody in their right mind would hear the things that this idiot is saying. So maybe he's the first one. No, he's not. He borrowed that from the PNC. Everything Azim Mohammed is saying, all the promises he's making, are things the PNC usually say. And because he's a billionaire, by crookish ways, he can add on a 5,000 or 10,000, and people would believe that. Oh yeah, billionaire, he's going to put his own money and make sure that we get these extra cash. What's PNC talking? And he actually sounds like Norton. They both have this slurp way of talking. They both talk as if they're drunk. I mean, Aubrey Norton, we know he's a drunkard. We know he's a drunkard. We know that. That we know. And since Azim Mohammed claims that he is not, that's why there is no correlation with his brain and his mouth. They're distant from each other. Because the time a thought takes to travel from Azim Mohammed's brain to his lips, that woman can come like 5 times when you eat her pussy. In that time it takes to reach his lips to come out. You can have your lips down on a vagina and be sucking, and she can come multiple times before the words come out of his mouth. That's how slow he is. That's how long it takes. You see why Daddy had to pay the teachers to give him grades? Because the fact of the matter is that when Azim Mohammed was in school, his classmates from primary school, before he could have completed the first stage of level of primary school, his classmates that he began with graduated high school. They graduated high school and he was still busy trying to finish the first stage, the first level of primary school, primary 1. That's how long it takes. So Daddy had to come in and say, you know what, okay, I understand. He plays too much with the money. The teacher, why can't you give him special classes, sir? Well, I tried my best, but you see, when Azim comes home, he comes to my office and he goes into my safe and he plays with the money. The money is so much that by the time he's finished counting 100 Guyana dollars, it's night. And he's too tired to study. So just take a tip and just give him, you know, a Z plus or something. Just give him a Z. Give him some grade. Let him feel nice that okay. And then he will come, Daddy, I got a Z, I got a Z, I got a Z, I got a Z, I got a Z. I got a... Yeah. You have to find some letter. You can't give him G or H-I-J-K. No. They'll know something is wrong here. Give him a Z, a Z, the last letter. He'll be happy. Now we have that Mr. Z coming on the campaign trail with his 6-month-old pregnant belly. Don't worry. We know he's a real guy. We know he's not a tranny. We know that. Come on. Don't do that to Azim. He's not a transgender. He's a man. The belly might look as if he's a tranny, but he's not. Come on. The guy is a guy. I mean, he hangs around girls from the ghetto. Come on. They don't deal with tranny. They want men who like women. So I can say Azim likes women. I mean, his vice presidential candidate got a clitoris in his butthole, Doggy. So we understand there are some people in his camp that doesn't like women. They like to beat women with guns. You understand? And speaking of Doggy, Doggy, I've just spent a while bragging, celebrating, and speaking to the character of our dear Supreme Leader, Jagdeo. I languished in it because I'm happy and proud of the man. Now, somebody like me that is endowed, I mean, really endowed, but I'm talking now about intellectually. I can speak to that genius of Jagdeo. What kind of black magic was it, Doggy? What the fuck were you drinking or smoking? I don't know if when you ingest men's sperm, if you get that reaction. But you are on some shit, Doggy, for you to think that Jagdeo is jealous of you. That Jagdeo is jealous of you. Jagdeo don't talk about you unless some fucking thing comes up and somebody bring that shit on his agenda. Why would Jagdeo be jealous of you? You're not even white. If you were white, then I would say maybe Jagdeo wants some more color. So he wants to like, yeah, this white guy. You're as dark as fucking spade. You are as dumb as a mule. A donkey is smarter. You are fucking dumb as a mule, Doggy. Look at the name you gave yourself. Doggy. And you, Jagdeo, is jealous of a nigger that names Doggy, hangs out with a criminal network that the Americans send your ass back to Guyana. You. And when, anyway, why don't you keep doing your cheap ass press conference and read from your script and have your two employees, Azim's employees, in your makeshift so-called studio, and you're putting on an act talking to whoever, nobody's there, pretending like you have a room full of journalists. Keep doing that. You're good at that. Entertain the Negroes that follow you. Entertain the ghetto. They want to hear from you. They need that kind of toxicity to make them feel stimulated. Those gay guys would get off on your rowdy, fucking, horrible, rough street, but damn face. Keep doing that. But when you say things like, Jagdeo is jealous of you, I'm offended. I am offended. Because I love Jagdeo. I admire the guy. He's a genius. I'm inspired by him. He's one of the only politicians I listen to. And when you're going to say that that man, that class act, that first class male, Jagdeo, is jealous of you, you fucking ghetto low-life scum, scruminal, then I take offense. It means I have to check my taste. Ingenious. Don't do that. Don't do that. Norton is jealous of you. Nigel Hughes is jealous of you because you're getting money that they need. Nigel got to defend criminals to get the kind of money you're getting for free. Just by following a corrupt, criminal sanctioned, soon to be imprisoned billionaire, you're getting big money. Those guys want that money. They're jealous of you. That they can't take it in public and say, oh, I'm happy with no. They got to take it under the table and hope that nobody finds out. Jagdeo, the nerve of you. Okay, enough of you. Let's get into it. Guyana. And all these folks, today a set of them, you see now is the vacation and a lot of Guyanese are coming, visiting, instead of them staying in Guyana to vote for their party, they're coming on vacation to Suriname. They're coming to do whatever. They can't wait. So I'm running into a lot of them. Today, like 3 or 4. I was in a store checking something out. 2 of them approached me. I don't know how the fuck they recognized me, but they did. Respectfully. Hi, Dr. Love, Prasad. Hi, Dr. Love. Oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan. I said, no pictures, please, no pictures. Why not? I said, no pictures. Okay. But I love you so much, but. I said, okay, what's the but? Know that your party will lose the elections. So I said, who is my party? Come on, we all know you support President Ali and Jagdeo. You see, you don't know how corrupt Jagdeo is. You don't know. I'm like, oh, fuck. Just like that. I'm like, oh, fuck. Can you give me a break? What do you know that I don't know? Yes, you're not living there. And how often do you come? You have to listen to the people in Guyana. You have to listen to the ground people. You have to listen that only the friends and the family of Jagdeo and Ali gets all the big contracts. I said, you mean I need to be in Guyana physically on the fucking ground to hear that? How I'm talking to you, that's how I talk to them. Yeah, they know this is how I talk, so they had no problem with that. They're like, no, not that. We're not saying that, but don't you know? I said, Madam, where did you get the information that only friends and family of Jagdeo and Ali gets all the big contract? Where did you get that information from? Are you at the tender board? Are you one that makes the decision? No. Then where did you get it from? Well, you hear it. I said, good. The same way you heard it, I heard it too. The same way you heard it, I heard it too. One of them got the point. She stopped talking. But the other one was trying to convince me. She's trying to convince me. You know, why do you have to support them? And so I said, Madam, listen, I have to go. I can't have this discussion here. I have to go. Now, the others that I met after that was a similar situation there. Anyway, but they were nice, you know, and interacted and they talked other stuff. But it seems like they were concerned. They were concerned about me, that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand what's happening. I don't have the right information, that whoever is giving me information is lying to me, that I don't understand whatever. It's as if I'm going towards a direction where they need to save me. And their suggestion of saving me is by going and hanging out with the PNC. That's the alternative. Now, let me build on that. The PNC keeps talking about corruption, friends and family. Only friends and family of the PPP and Jagdeo and Ali and whoever gets all the big contracts. When they say big, they're talking $1 billion up. They're racist government and all these stuff. Everybody who is on the opposition side, they repeat that. That's where they get the information from. Aubrey Norton. There is no other way. They cannot verify that this is what happens via the tender board process. No, they can't. They're being given a into the picture. They cannot name the contractors by name or identify who the owners are, who the board members are. They can't. Their own idea that, oh, it's the friends and family of the, but who? How can you establish that the people who, China, the bridge, the Irfan Ali River Bridge, that's the biggest contract to date. How can you verify that the contracting firms who are involved in the construction of that bridge, that they're friends of Irfan Ali or Jagdeo? How? You mean Xi Jinping from China is Ali's friend, Jagdeo's friend? I mean that bid was done via the World Bank, right? What there's a foreign investment that funded that bridge. You mean they are friends and family with Jagdeo and Ali? All the road construction that are being done by foreign companies, Chinese companies. You mean they are friends of family of Jagdeo and Ali? I didn't know that Ali had Chinese in his family lineage, or Jagdeo. But they are repeating these things from the PNC because they have nothing else to go on. Absolutely nothing else. Now, my thing is with Guyanese who are talking that, who are repeating that, is this. Why did your sons and your daughters or your children pursue civil engineering at the university? Why did they pursue technical training? Why did they study in all of these technical fields? Why? To go line up at the American embassy and be fucking humiliated just to go to America to slave for an American company as a laborer when they have master's degrees in engineering, civil construction, when they have all these training, these high-class training, to invest their talent, to start construction companies, to take loans, to take whatever funding they can, to build themselves up, to be eligible to apply for tender for construction works via the government. Why shouldn't they get the opportunity to build their own country? But if and when they get the opportunity and they build their construction firms by employing Guyanese engineers and specialists, oh, it's friends and family. What the fuck do you people want? Shouldn't the government invest in Guyanese firms and companies? Why the heck, if Guyanese open a construction company, what do you think they open it for? They create employment like that. They want to be a part of the building process of their country. You repeat all these talking points from the PNC. One of the biggest construction firms back in the day was Ben. What's the name? Tony Ben? But some Ben Construction, that used to build road stuff. Who fucked it up? And that was a black man. Those are black people. Who fucked it up? Who run them out of business? Who bankrupted them? Who did? They rose up under the PPP, under Jagdeo. They became great. So many black construction firms became massive. Black engineering companies became massive because the Jagdeo regime gave them the opportunity. And they were all black. They only hired black people. Who fucked them up? Who ran them out of business? 2015, 2020. A lot of the black businesses, the black construction engineering firm, a lot of them went out of business because of the PNC. They came into business because of the PPP, but the PNC destroyed their business because they took funding, they blocked contract, they canceled deal, and ran these black-owned construction firms out of business. Oh, you're living there, you don't know this. You don't know this. You don't know. And now the same PNC is talking about racism. Look at how they destroyed black businesses. PNC, look at how. And who got the contracts under the PNC? Most were not private individual. A lot of the contracts that came out under the PNC were ministers of the PNC who had firms or companies under shell companies under different names operated by other people, but the money were coming back to them. They didn't help anybody, they helped themselves. Oh, they didn't have friends and family because they were all about them. At least the PPP government increased the capacity of local Guyanese firms, construction companies, engineers, scientists, all these people. The professional field in Guyana climaxed under this government, President Ali. That all over the country, regardless of the nature of the infrastructure, regardless of the complexity of the job, Guyanese can do it. Guyanese can do it. Don't you want to know that if there are other bridges, which I hope they would, like the Irfan Ali River Bridge, if those projects, more of that will come in the future, wouldn't you be proud to know that a sole Guyanese firm can build it without foreign intervention? Wouldn't you be proud of that? Of course you will. So what's this nonsense with friends and family? If we have people in Guyana who are willing to take the risks, who are willing to invest in the manpower, its human resources, to gamble on building their country, why not give it to them? Why not? I would trust the people that I know. I would not trust some strange person that I don't know what their capacity is and what their agenda is. No. All contractors that you are blaming now and pointing a finger and talk about their friends of the government, all the contractors, they have to deliver on the job. They have to deliver on the job. This is not a case where the contract is being passed, but nothing is done. No. You are seeing the contractors working. Isn't that the whole point of giving out contracts? To get the job done? So if the job is being done and the certain standard and quality is what you are getting, who gives a fuck who does it? I want the road to be built. The best man gets the job. Better yet, if it's a Guyanese firm, give it to them. I don't want no Trinidadian or Bajan or whoever come from different country and I'm milking money from Guyana when Guyana has capable contracting firms to do the job. The only time you can source or outsource contracts to other countries is when you don't have the human resources, the technology or the know-how amongst the Guyanese engineering elite to do it. Then you hire foreign firms to come in. But if you have all the genius in Guyana, if I'm president and my country, the country needs planes, And my brother, why the fuck would I go to Boeing? I'll make sure my brother gets the contract. He'll give it. He'll give me a discount, and he's known to deliver quality job. Why wouldn't I trust my own brother if he has the capabilities and the know-how and the specialities to get the job done? So enough with this nonsense, friends and family shit. The PNC were giving it to no friends or no family, but ministers, their directors who never torn a fucking spade or held a. They had construction firms. They were the ones building those 500 houses that the PNC built. They were the ones who were hiring people, taking the money. At least the government now is friends to all Guyana. Guyana is the government's family. So all the contracts that are being given out is to the Guyanese family and the friends in Guyana who are friends of the government, and that's the Guyanese citizen. If you can do the job, go and apply. Go and tender. Your price is good. You have the capabilities, you have the capacity, you have the funding, you get the contract. That's it. You didn't get it on the PNC. You're getting a lot on the PPP. That country needs to be built. It needs to be built. More hands, the better. Cheaper, the better. Now, Caricom. For me, Guyana first. Guyana first. When I talk about Caricom, Suriname, I would say is Guyana's cousin. We are related by blood. So Suriname always have Guyana's back. And Guyana always have Suriname's back. The Suriname economy is largely supported by Guyanese businesses. Guyanese spend billions in the Suriname economy. So Suriname's economy needs Guyana more than it needs any other country. The Guyanese spend a lot of money here. A lot of money. So Suriname is there. There's no question mark where Suriname's loyalty towards Guyana is. It's there. There are some politicians who just fuck around with a lot of nonsense and they talk shit here just to hold their constituents and think that, hey, we're tough on Guyana. But they know that their money come from Guyana. So they know that. Apart from Suriname, it seems like the only other country, Caribbean country, that has Guyana's back is Trinidad and Tobago. The Prime Minister Kamala Prasad. What is it with black leaders in Caricom? What is it with you leaders? Is it jealousy or just racism? Because you didn't have this kind of bitterness when you had that crookish, lunatic, could have been coup leader, Granger, in his failed 5 years. No confidence, failed 5 years. When he was there ruining the country, you suck up to him. Oh, you love Granger. Now you have a better man who has done great things for Guyana, put Guyana on the world stage, changed the perception of Guyana, and you have bad blood in fucking Caricom and some Caricom countries against Guyana. Your head office is in Guyana. It was the Jagdeo government that built the fucking Caricom office in Guyana. Guyana has delivered so much for the Caribbean community, so much. Guyana foots such a great part of the budget for that community. Guyana in Caricom is like America in the West. That's why I said Guyana is the Big Apple. Guyana has done so much under the PPP governments for Caricom. And you would think they would be at least thankful. When you have all these disasters, natural disasters in certain countries, who are the first to run to help? Guyana, Guyanese, first to run to help. And you would think that CARICOM will be united under the umbrella that Guyana's sovereignty is important. They would stand with Guyana to say, hey, we got you. They would support this initiative of the Americans to go and fix the problems in Venezuela. The Americans have to fix the problems in Venezuela, because fixing the problems in Venezuela is fixing the problems in Latin America. And who benefits? If the problem in Venezuela is fixed, is solved, who benefits? Guyana? No, the whole of Latin America. The Caribbean, South America, everybody benefits. Because the chaos in Venezuela, that illegitimate regime, the murderous drug baron Nicolas Maduro, his policies, his demons, his ways are affecting the whole Caribbean, the whole of Latin America. It's infested with drugs and all these bad names and guns and all these kinds of stuff. Trinidad's problem largely is because of Venezuela. Barbados problems, most of the other Caribbean islands, Venezuela. And you are going to be biased against the initiative from the Trump administration to going to fix that issue that will positively impact the whole of Latin America and the Caribbean? Yes. The reason why, in my view, that this CARICOM is divided regarding the Venezuelan issue with Guyana is fucking jealousy. They are jealous. Those black countries are jealous of what Irfan Ali has done with Guyana since 2020. They are jealous. Not envious, jealous. So they want to see Guyana become a murderous capital. They want to see drugs. They want all the bad names to continue to flow out of Guyana. They want Venezuela to invade Guyana. They want Maduro to fuck up Essequibo. They want that to destroy Guyana's road to progress. They want all these bad things to happen to Guyana because they're fucking jealous. They're jealous. And since we have most of the Latin American countries are governed by black governments, that's what you get. That is what you get. A nigger is a nigger anywhere. You understand? You think because they might be ahead of some other Caribbean country? No. Negroes, grab this. Understand this, people. Don't be fooled by location. Don't be fooled. Negroes are racial everywhere. They fight against each other everywhere. They stand in the pathway of progress everywhere. It's a thing. I don't know where the fuck it came from. They're just happy to see people suffer. They're happy to know that they can all sit around some beer bottle, 10 of them, and sip the beer and talk about how bad and hard life is. But they will never get up and make an effort to effect change for their own benefit. They will never do that. They sit around and they pick on everybody else who are climbing. And if one of the persons who are climbing is another black person, they plot to destroy him. Ain't the Guyanese issue. That's what the blacks are in Suriname, fucking Barbados, in Trinidad, you name the country, and so them fucking niggas are. They want to destroy the ones who are making progress or climbing towards progress. That's all they are. So because we have a lot of the Caribbean countries are governed by blacks, they want to see Guyana fall. They want to see that. So then they would say, oh, well, the Guyana is a third world country and they're just like Haiti and just like this. And I can't believe that they can be so ungrateful. But it is a matter of fact that they are fucking ungrateful. They are ungrateful. The fact that the head of the Caribbean community, the head office of Caricom, where all the Caribbean leaders meet, where all of them meet, that they are not united when it comes to Guyana's sovereignty. They're fucking ungrateful. The fact that all these years, Guyana has been so hospitable, supportive, and even more now under Ali government, even more now that you have all these Caribbean countries who are still spewing out distaste. I want to stand with an illegitimate president, Maduro. It's appalling. But that's the beauty of Guyana. You're lucky you don't have a leader like me. I believe in retribution. An eye for an eye. If Caricom want to diss me like that, I'll say, fuck it. Okay, good. Every Caribbean country, you need a visa to come here. I would up the game. If that's how you want it, fine. I'll cut the funding. I will do that. Make it difficult for them to do business there. You can't all be Mr. Nice Guy, but they're showing you bitter blood. You can't do that. And now you have a lot of their nationals, the Caribbean nation, their nationals are conspiring online, social media with this sanctioned fucking idiot who will definitely bring destruction to Guyana. Yeah, people from different Caribbean countries are pushing his propaganda under the guise that they're political activists and wants the best for Guyana. Wants the best for Guyana, and they're fucking struggling where they are, and they want best for Guyana. Guyana is not a poor country. It's not a poor country. Guyana, we don't have poor people there. We don't have poor people in Guyana. Show me the 40% that Norton says is poor. Show me. Who are they? Who are the 40% that Norton says is poor? Or Azim Mohammed? Why do we even listen to that guy, man? Fuck. Why do we even listen to that guy? You come in the same 3 fucking months and you talk like if you're in the scene for like 20 years. Like if you know shit. 3 months on the scene and suddenly he knows shit. He knows everything. And all his life he was locked up in a fucking room playing with his toys. And luckily gets some pussy because of his money. And the women had to pretend that they enjoyed it. Pretend that they enjoy it. They can't risk slipping up and say, is it in? They can't risk that. Even though they know, fuck, something is in, but they don't know what it is, if it's his finger or whatever fuck it is. They can't risk asking. There goes the $200. And this is the guy who come in saying that He knows shit because the Guyanese people told me since 2019 that they call me president. People call me fucking president. People are posting and saying that they want me to be Home Affairs Minister. I like the idea, and I know I'll be a better one. Because all these years they had so many Home Affairs Ministers, and nothing they didn't do, nothing. Men are still killing women. They're still robbing and stealing and killing and shooting and drugs. They're still doing it. So I know that I'm nuts. And being a crazy head, I can stop it because I'll give the order. Hey, listen, enough of this shit. You are Judge fucking Dredd. Every cop. I'm giving you the order and the permission to be judge, jury, and executioner when you're going to deal with crimes. You see where that lady that was murdered, that Indo-Guyanese woman by a black man, I haven't gotten any update on the child situation, but you saw what happened there? You saw in the news how many times? Twice. That dead idiot shot on that building. Twice. How many times reports were made? The police, based on the fucking news, knew that the people who shot on the building, they knew it was connected to the man. They knew that he was responsible. And look, they knew that his ex, soon to be divorcee, was firing shots at the home of his ex wife and young child. And they didn't arrest him. They didn't put him before the courts. He wasn't jailed. They were still investigating. You fucking idiots. You're still investigating. Go investigate now. Dead. She's dead. She's dead. That child, whatever the update says, if the child is still there, he's holding on to life. But while you were investigating a case that you had information that you knew that the suspect was this person, but you're fucking investigating, he had enough time to finish the job. And look at what he did. He finished the job while you were investigating. And now you're still fucking investigating what? Now you investigate what? The man already killed the woman and himself. What is there to investigate? Case closed. Where he got the gun from? That's what you want to investigate? Where these niggas get their guns from to murder people? That is what you need to investigate? You mean as police officers, you don't know, your detectives or whoever, you don't know where these guns are coming from? The Americans told you, right? A lot are coming from Venezuela. A lot are Venezuelan arms. So you know at least where some are coming from. You confiscated so many. How are these criminals getting the weapons to commit these crimes? The place, like most of them do. You suspected he was. Hold him. Lock him up while you conduct your investigation. You don't put him on bail. You lock him up. If it turns out that he's not responsible, then okay, let him go. But look what happened. That's all you hear. The police are investigating. Police are investigating. Your investigation. Where is the evidence that you're investigating? Do you talk? Where is the evidence? That's what. Okay, we're investigating and done with that. Who's responsible? Home Affairs Ministry. Home Affairs Ministry. If we want a better Guyana, folks, we know where a better Guyana lies. And I'm asking you, the Guyanese people, I even forget to tell you to share my videos. I forget to tell you to do that because I'm concerned about getting the message out. I happen to start back a Facebook page, Kenneth Warner. You might see it in the groups. If you see it, just like it. But I'm not investing too much emotions in Facebook anymore. But I'll just, because I need to get as much coverage as I can for these few days. But for you who are here, share this on your Facebook. Share the videos on your Facebook or wherever you can. I want you to say what your disdain is for what's happening right now. If you are fearful that you might be targeted because you're going to vote, make a statement. Talk about it. Get it out your system. Use this time now. Use this platform, use this show, use my live for the next few days to talk about what concerns you. Don't pray about it. Talk about it. I want you to comment and let me know. Let me hear what your fears are when it comes to the elections. Don't believe what you're hearing about PPP will lose. Don't believe that kind of stuff. It's intended to make you depressed so that you will stay home on Monday. They want you to be so depressed and sad that you start believing that the PPP will lose, and you wouldn't try to go out to make a difference because you will think, oh, my one vote won't make a difference. I'll just forget it, man. After all, we tried. No. The only time we try is when we go out and we vote. That's when we try. Don't allow these misinformation to distract you. Stay focused on the president's message. Stay focused on what you have been told. Stay focused on what you are seeing. You are living in Guyana. You are experiencing the sweet aroma. You are seeing, you are driving on the nice roads. Your children are going to schools where they have no payment, it's free education, soon to be free health care. You are enjoying that. Have you forgotten the life you had under the PNC? You're going to actually believe this corrupt, criminal, billionaire guy that he can make your life better? Talk to his employees, those who worked for him. They'll tell you how he made their life better. Talk to them. He can't treat his own employees better or good. He's going to treat you that he doesn't know. And I'm not bothered about him at presidency. I know that's a far cry. That's like another 100 years from now. I'm concerned that you might give him enough votes so he gets 1 or 2 seats in the parliament. And even if it's 1 or 2 seats in the parliament, Mohammed will occupy one of it. And when he occupies one of it, we are fucked as a country. His 1 seat with him occupying it can fuck up that country. You see that the Americans don't play. They have no patience for corruption. No patience. Because corrupt governments, corrupt countries affect their business. You think they have time to waste to go after Maduro? No, he's a liability to their country's future. He is a national security to the Americans. Azim Mohammed is a national security to Guyana. If he gets in the parliament, he's going to fuck up the country. Understand that, Guyanese. Hate Ali how much you want, but at least love your country. Love your country. Let Muhammad deal with his sins. Let him and his family deal with their sins. They lived all their life rich. Let them experience some poverty in prison. What has that got to do with you? You're behaving as though the guy's your brother or some cousin. Stop this nonsense. And all you Africans, Afro-Guyanese who say you love black people, you love your own people, why the fuck you not supporting PNC? Or because Norton is corrupt? You choose to support a criminal, a sinner, a man who is sanctioned, who can very well destroy your future, who is Indo-Guyanese. And your own black party, PNC party, or those black candidates, you know, all the black party that you have, you don't want to support them. They're not PNC. You're not going to support them. You're going to support an Indo-Guyanese corrupt businessman turned politician. And you're supposed to say you love black people. You're calling me a racist. I hate black people. You love black people, but you're supporting a corrupt Indo-Guyanese businessman. What's the difference? What is the hypocrisy? If you like black people, then support the PNC. Support the PNC. Why don't you? Why? You hate the PNC? Okay, support Forward Guyana, that pretty girl. What's her name again? Support her. Support Aubrey Norton's cousin, Brooms. What's the others? Support them. They're black. They're not PNC. Why not support them? No, you want to support a corrupt businessman. You fucking hypocrites. Hypocrites. Whatever comes your way, it's good for you. So when you give your support to that idiot and your life is messed up, Aubrey Norton and the PNC should close their fucking doors on you black fools. Close the doors. They should not listen to you or try to help you. No. Close the doors. Go to Muhammad. You supported him. Don't come back here. That's how they should treat you. So keep doing your nonsense. Because he's giving you some money now, okay, it will finish. It will finish. Fucking idiots. Monday. Until next time. Enjoy your evening. Bye now.